We're at 2240 Beech Knoll Road, Los Angeles, California, performing a video sewer inspection from the mainline cleanout right next to the condenser, right at the front entrance of the house, just to the right, up the stairway, right next to the air conditioning condenser. There's a mainline cleanout. We're going to run through this mainline cleanout. We'll wipe the camera down. Here's the air conditioning condenser. There's the front steps to the house and the street. And there's the gate behind us. Here's the mainline cleanout down next to the air conditioning condenser. So we're going to run through this mainline cleanout. We're going to take a look at the line. As it was stated before, this is old cast iron. It appears to be original and probably near the end of its life expectancy. I don't know the age of the house, but cast iron does last generally about 60 to 80 years, and I believe that the house is at least 60, if not more. We've got a belly right here where we have standing water. There should be water in the line right here right now. We got a belly in this line, which we will mark out later. We believe that this is right underneath the stairway, right underneath this planter area, underneath the condenser. We got water standing in the line, which will erode the line in time as well. Okay, this all appears to be a 4-inch cast iron line, which we are running down. And it's got quite a bit of buildup in portions of it. It does not appear to be too bad considering the age. Now we make a transition from the cast iron going into a clay line. And we'll mark this as well on our way back. Got a little bit of a separation right here. Not too bad. It's not really offset terribly, so I wouldn't be too concerned about it. We're just going to run all the way in, and as we come back, like I said, we'll mark out our areas. There's one joint, one clay joint, which appears to be in pretty good condition. This appears to be a 6-inch line. The 4-inch appears to go all the way down to the street. And there's another 6-inch clay joint, which doesn't appear to be in too bad a condition. It's got a little bit of an offset where you can see the face of the pipe, but again, not terrible. Another joint. That joint does not appear to be in bad conditions, not offset severely. That appears to be our drop into the city sewer. The line does not appear to be in that bad a condition. I would say maybe do hydro jetting on it just to clean out the cast iron and then re-inspect it and check it later just to see what it looks like. But I didn't see any holes going through the line. The belly in the line, this house does have quite a bit of grade on the sewer line from up above. The house sits up above this area, so even though you've got the belly in the line, I don't believe that that will cause a problem. Why there's a belly in the line, I don't know, especially with cast iron there. That shouldn't sag. But, like I said, it doesn't appear to be in terrible condition. Okay, this is a 6-inch line. This is a 6-inch sewer city saddle, which is a major connection, because if there's a problem with that, you have to dig up the street, but it appears to be in fairly good condition at this point. Nothing I would worry about. Got a little bit of roots coming into this joint at the right, as you can see, that are growing in, but they are minor, they are maintainable. You can run a cable periodically, and you can also use some Rootex, which is a chemical which will help burn the roots back to the joint. That joint, the next joint appears to be in fairly good condition. I don't see any major breaks, major separations, or any issues that I would be too concerned about at this point. That joint appears to be in fairly good condition. You have to remember, like I said, this pipe is pretty old, and to be in this good a condition, that's pretty good. We're coming back up the stack, and that's back into the cast iron, which, like I said, you have some buildup in the cast iron. I'm going to stop down at the cast iron to clay right here, and I am going to mark this area out. I'm going to locate it and mark it. I do need to correct myself. This is actually by the air conditioner on the side of the house, the entrance to the backyard by the pool, not the front entrance. Okay, we're going to pull back some more. That's marking out the cast iron to clay joint. We'll pull back from there. You see some buildup in the pipe, as we stated. Sometimes you will see holes in the pipe. You will see roots coming through. Okay, so we'll continue to pull back. Like I said, sometimes you will see actual holes in the cast iron. You will see roots growing right through the pipe where it starts to get kind of like Swiss cheese. There's a turn coming back up, and it does come back up right alongside the stairs, comes through the stairwell and by some pretty good sized stumps, some trees that are on the far side going uphill away from the house, and it goes up underneath those trees, but apparently it's not affecting it in that area whatsoever. And again, you can see where we have our belling is right from this point, and we're going to stop and we're going to mark this belly out. Going to go back to location, mark this belly out. And we'll show you where the belly starts downhill and where it ends coming uphill.
Can I help you with anything? Are you okay?
I'm good, John.
Okay. If you want any water or anything, just let me know.
Okay. So far from what I can see, John, you got a belly in this line, up in this area, and I'm going to mark it out now. But the house is so far above this area that it's going to wash through that belly.
Yeah. Tony, our plumber from Van Nuys, came out and did a whole number on it about 1.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Because, you know, over time, trees grow in,
Yeah.
and this podocarpus loves to grow.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to maybe maintain it once a year, once every 2 years, and put a chemical, put Rudex down here, which doesn't disturb the pipe as much as running snake through there.
Right.
The Rudex doesn't solve it, but what it does is it burns the roots all the way back to the joints.
Got it.
So that it retards it. It slows down the root growth.
Right.
If the faster the roots grow, the more damage the roots do.
Yeah.
So if you can slow it down, less damage. How old is the house?
75 years.
75 years. Yeah. I mean, I knew it was getting up there.
Yeah, it's an old lady.
Yeah, and the pipe's original, but I mean, for being original pipe, you don't see too many that are in this good a condition being original pipe.
Well, the sewers weren't put in until the 60s.
They were. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have one neighbor who grew up here, who was here in 53. He was 5 years old in 58.
Yeah.
And he said it was like the late 60s when the sewers got put in.
Yeah, then it's not that old.
Yeah.
It's only maybe 50, 60 years old. Sometimes this cast iron pipe back then, the pipe would generally last anywhere maybe 70 to 90 years.
Yeah.
Where the stuff now, we're lucky if we get 20, 30 years out of it.
Isn't it shocking how much obsolescence there is?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Everything comes down to obsolescence.
Yeah.
They don't want anything to last anymore, I think, including us.
I'm over 50. I know about
Me
obsolescence.
too. Yeah, me too. I'm close to 60. I'm that close.
Well, you're very youthful.
You
look 5 years younger than I do.
I'm hanging in there. I'll be 58 in about 2 weeks.
Well, if you smile, people will think you're younger.
There you go. I try,
okay,
John.
just knock on the door if you need anything.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, we've marked where the belly ends, right here. We're going to pull back. We know it's straight in line. Now this is where it starts right here. It's at 18 feet 6. I believe it's about a 5-foot belly. And it stops about here. So it's about a 7-foot stretch of pipe which is coming straight toward the clean out, which we can mark the 7 feet. And we know exactly where it is. We're ready to come right out of the clean out right now. So we know it comes straight toward the clean out. This goes underneath the brick walkway. And we're going to pull out of the clean out right now. This concludes the video sewer inspection.